Hi everyone, my name is Wincy. I'm a second-year graduate student in the Master of Psychology program on ASU West. I am the assembly member for the new college.
Hi, I'm Leah. I'm a third-year PhD student in the School of Sustainability, and I'm also a GPSA Assembly member.
Hi, I'm Chance East. I am one of the law school reps for the GPSA, and I'm happy to be here.
I think one of the big ways that I affect the lives of other grad students is being able to be a voice for them and being able to hear a lot of the concerns that graduate students have, and then being able to communicate that to directors and to executive members of the GPSA, and know that that gets passed on to deans and the actual change gets happened from those communications. So really being a bridge between individual students and the administration.
So we as GPSA Assembly members serve as a communication bridge connecting the graduate students to the university. We observe and listen to graduate student concerns, and also by participating on different GPSA committees. We discuss different aspects of student life on campus. By serving on those different aspects of graduate student lives, we are trying to enhance their college experience.
So, primarily for me, the main way that I do is I am on the grad student organization committee, which means when these organizations are applying for funding, we're the committee that helps decide whether they should get it or not. Because of that, we've had to implement some new rules on where the event can be, how they have to provide transportation, and we had just added a sustainability section to it.
So I serve on two different GPSA committees, the Graduate Student Organization Funding Committee and the International Student Affairs Committee. On the Graduate Student Organization Funding Committees, we receive funding requests from different graduate student organizations. We meet at least once a month to vote on those requests and then make recommendations, and then we send those requests to the full assembly meeting to get voted on by all the assembly members. And on the International Student Affairs Committee, we're focusing on two priorities, the social connections and professional development of international students. We are trying to develop activities and events to promote both the personal and professional development for international students.
So I am on 3 committees. The first one is the Diversity and Inclusion Committee, and one of the big things we've been working on this year is getting involved with all of the different heritage months. So I helped on the planning committee for the Native American Heritage Month, which happened back in November, as well as the Black History Heritage Month, which is coming up next month. And so it's been really cool to get involved and to really be able to make a difference in big ways, and also be able to connect graduate students to a lot of the events that are happening around campus. Because a lot of times these Heritage Month events get focused more on undergrads, and so it's been cool to get graduate students involved and have events that are specifically geared towards them. On the International Student Affairs Committee, I'm actually the subcommittee chair for the Social Committee subcommittee, and so a lot of what I do with that is helping to plan monthly potlucks and other social events that we have, which has been super successful this year. Last year we were averaging maybe 20 to 25 people at most of our events, but this year we've had some events with over 100 people and running out of food at a lot of them. So it's been awesome to make a big impact and really reach out to a lot of international students, but also domestic students as well, and allow them to make friends with internationals who are here. And the third committee that I'm on is the Fees Committee, and on that committee we've been working on creating a big document of all of the different fees that graduate students pay and what those fees go towards, which is going to be really helpful in the future so that incoming students as well as current students can know exactly what they're paying and what that money is going towards.
So I have 2 different committees. One is the GSO, like I said before, and how those are run is people from the events or the student organizations, they put in for funding, and Nicole will compile them all into one document. So we'll read the documents, and any issues that we can see immediately, we will tag or write a note about, and then when you come in, we'll sit and we'll listen to the speech. We'll ask them questions, and then afterwards we'll discuss. Because of that, we've had to, like I said before, we had to create some new rules, or we've had ones where we don't know. how it goes. And so at that point, we'll take it to the committee, to the entire assembly, and the entire assembly will decide how they want to handle it. So that's how that one works. The other one is GovOps, which is largely people send us the bills and we proofread the bills and edit them for grammatical mistakes. We try not to make many substantive changes, if any. So it's largely just grammatical. On top of that, we are fixing the way the bylaws are written, because it seems multiple groups have started on it, and so there was a bunch of different ways that the bylaws were written. So you'd have one where it'd be like Title 1, and it's a 1, and then you'd have one where it's 1 or 2, but it's Roman numerals, or then you'd have like Section C, and these are all supposed to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's largely what GovOps do. We're the editors and proofreaders of the bills. I like how involved I feel with the rest of the school. Largely as a law student, because we're downtown, there's not a lot that goes on around here. You kind of come in, spend your time studying or working, and then go home. Because now that I've been involved in the assembly and GPSA as a whole, I've gone to the Tempe campus, gotten involved in a bunch of events I probably never would have if I'd never done it. Met a bunch of cool people who I never would have a chance to meet. So for me, that's my favorite part. It's just seeing the rest of the school, seeing what's going on.
Being an assembly member is a great way to get involved and connected with ASU. As a student from the ASU West campus, it's nice to meet people from different campuses which I wouldn't have met otherwise.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the most rewarding parts for me has been making friendships outside of the school of sustainability. The department that I'm in is super social, which is a huge benefit. I feel like I know almost all the graduate students in my program, but at the same time, we become this bubble that's a little more isolated from other departments. And so I love being able to meet people who are engineers and who are in the Spanish department, who do things completely different from me, but being able to see their heart and their desire to affect change at ASU, and being able to connect with them on that and build friendships in that as well. I think one of the things I'd want other students to know is that while it is a time commitment, it is so worth it. And I have enjoyed all of the aspects that I've been able to be a part of, and I've enjoyed the friendships that I've made, the difference that I've been able to make through my efforts, and have felt that every moment that I've put into it, whether it's just sending an email or whether it's spending an hour at an event, has been beyond worth it.
It's worth it, is what I would say is the best thing is. You get to meet new people, you get involved with programs you never understand, you get to understand how school is run. If you're lucky, you're one of the people who get to go to DC. So I would say it's worth it. That's what I think students should have.
Being an assembly member is a fun and great experience. It's a nice way to get involved and know what's going on around campuses.
The assembly is a really awesome place where you're able to take charge of the things that you're interested in. And so if there's something that one of the committees isn't doing already, there is a really great space for you to step up and take leadership and be able to do something completely different. And so one of the pieces of advice that I would give to new assembly members is that you should bring your ideas to the table, even if they seem different and out there, and even if it's something that we aren't currently working on. This is the exact space where you should be able to bring those ideas and bring them into reality.
Get to know your classmates because they vote on you. Otherwise, once you're in the assembly, get to know the people in the assembly. You're usually pretty cool, and if you want to do something, if you want to initiate change, you have to know the people in the group, and you have to convince people to help you. So really the best thing to know about the assembly at all is to just get to know people. That's how you're going to do the best you can do.
So my advice for students wanting to join the assembly, just do it.